Click.
Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna actually switch over to my account so that if I type, they don't think it's just the channel.
All right,
Good idea.
we are
Well,
live.
it's fun when there's two people who
Nice.
are on the channel and then they're talking like at each other, and people just think that the PSYLP account is like possessed or something.
I mean, it is.
Oh, hi everyone. I'm sorry. I just saw a thumbnail of Witcher, and Geralt looks horrible.
What?
Maybe it's just a bad picture. I guess it's the live
Right.
action show.
Are you talking about the most handsome man in the world? What the fuck is that actor's
Henry
name?
Cavill? Henry Cavill with
Henry
that
Cavill.
with the chin of the gods.
The most generic, chiseled by the gods face. Yes.
I
Beautiful.
swear, I agree. Like, I want to just cut cheese on that chin or something.
Squee, you fucking. Squee, I was about to say the fucking same thing, and the
Hell
fact
yeah.
that you said it is now like the most specific. I think we're
Maybe
twins.
it's just a bad- I think so.
We might be twins.
I think we are. Maybe that's why
Was this
we
not already established?
I was about to say I want to cut cheese on that man's chin. Like that's really creepy.
just stand there. Just stand still. There we go.
Yum. Fine,
Hi, everyone.
I'll bounce quarters off his pecs.
Hi everyone, how's it going? Oh man, welcome back to this crazy thing that we do. Ardenfell.
Kendall.
This.
Why am I here?
That's what I say every day when I wake up.
Welcome back everyone to Ardenfell. I don't know, Ardenfell Winter's Candle. Let's just call it that. I was gonna say like let's play Ardenfell. No, just welcome back to Ardenfell Winter's Candle. How's everyone doing?
Okay. I'm a little out of it. I took some sinus medication and I'm feeling weird. So Kai might not be spicy this week, but she might be intoxicated.
Well, you know, it's like a different theme every week. I'm fine with this.
Who are you?
Many different Kai split personalities.
So let's jump right back into it because we have a lot to get to this session, I think. First things first, does anyone need me to share Averton with them?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay, well, if even one, I can just... Uh-huh.
I don't know. It's 2 against 1, Squee.
How do you... Okay,
I-
quick. How do you save it to your hotbar thing?
The shield at the top, and yes,
nipple?
it's a shield.
Okay, the nipple.
Yeah, the tit.
Oh, I
fine.
got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you just drag it down to the hotbar.
Yeah,
Thank
just
you.
drag the tit to the bottom.
Yes.
Allie. Hmm.
Look, she just calls it
Saucy.
like she sees it.
I like it. I like this.
Who would like to give us a recap for nothing, because none of you have used your inspiration yet?
Oh boy.
Yeah, are we roll? If we don't want to do the roll dice thing,
We can
I
do
will.
that too.
I already offered to do it as
Also,
well. But
also keep in mind, I allow people to trade and give inspiration. So, like, let's say Burn does it 1 week, but he already has inspiration. He can give that to another player. So that's a thing I allow as well.
Let's let Kenzie do it.
Mackenzie, go!
Cue Criana opening up a black market for inspiration.
can I have 2 inspiration?
All right,
No, I don't care.
Kenzie.
I don't even fully understand inspiration anyway. So,
So, how did you players save the world last week?
by fuffing around a lot.
I mean, you're not
Wait.
wrong.
I mean, we're not wrong. We're still trying to do find the journal, to find Sky, to find Finn, to find Jarek. Road right now, with Celine being like, "Yo, I put it in the vault, and then I took the memory of the vault out of my head and I put it in a gem. That was stolen. Trust me with the other half of the journal."
Can I just point out real quick, just in case anyone's wondering, that part right there, that specific plot point, that was published content. That wasn't me. So even Wizard of the Coast said, "No, this is good. This is fine."
What
This can
part?
happen. The
The
take my memory
vault?
out and put it into a gem and then have the gem get stolen.
Oh, okay.
Wizard of the Coast thought that was just like, oh man, I'm a really powerful wizard and it's on hands at all times, but if I put it in this stone, anyone can get it.
So, well, no,
I'm
so
thinking
there-
I'm taking security classes, and that sounds legit.
So there is
honestly.
some logic to putting it in the gym, because if it's in the gym and not in your mind, then magic can't get to it. But the other part of that is you also kind of have to secure the gym.
Listen,
Yeah.
the gem is now this. The gem holding the memory of the vault needs to be in said vault.
So I got it. You take it out, you put it in the gem, and then you put the gem back in your head.
Look, Lady Celine's getting older in years, all right?
She sure doesn't look it.
I know.
I know
Let me
she
pull that
does.
up.
I did the app.
Oh wait, no, you're right. I take it back.
Yeah,
That's so
because
creepy.
I got comment. I thought Squee, you said she looked the same. Is she supposed to look older? I can make her older.
No.
via the app.
I was very clear. She has she looks more mature, but she certainly doesn't look much
I
older.
gave her a little laugh line.
Yeah,
I can't
no.
tell.
This is pretty spot on, honestly. Because I did say that for a human, she looks phenomenal, and it's
Right.
clear that she's slowing down her aging somehow.
I wish she would tell me her secret.
I mean, isn't she already like 300 some odd or some shit like that?
No, she was only like in her 30s or 40s during
Squee,
the first
Oh.
one.
can someone
Wait,
share
I
that
thought
one
she
with
was
the
already,
stream,
like, way
please?
older, but never
Yeah,
mind.
I'm about to.
No. Are you sharing the correct one?
Squee, I could have sworn that she was like over 100 in the first
Yeah,
game.
I
she was
thought
over
she
Yeah.
was.
I could have sworn that she was.
Because I
Hold
remember
on.
discussions about her aging herself even
Is
in the first
Firefrog
one.
in the chat?
Yeah.
Maybe
You would
you might
know.
be right. Honestly, look, it's been years.
This is your lore! No.
Yeah. But the point is that she is clearly touching up with some sort of cream.
Yeah.
A cream,
Sorry.
gotcha.
Uh-huh.
Fine, I'll just tweet out what Celine looks like.
Give me a second. I'm about to put it
No,
in there.
because you're gonna put
Oh.
in the wrong one, I bet.
Chat
I don't
says
think-
Yes.
she might have been.
Yes, in fact, I
70.
can guarantee you I'm going to put in the wrong one.
Guys,
Okay, good. Huh?
chat saying that she might have been 70. in
Yeah,
the
like I
first
said.
one.
You said 30.
You said
Look.
30s.
That's
She
only a
was
few
not
decades,
30.
give or take a few decades.
Honestly, I think you both were off by 40 years just in the opposite direction.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was doing something.
Right.
Oh, yeah, recap.
So there was a battle of stubbornness of would essentially Dolmentai being like, we don't want this person who's already effectively lost one half of the journal to have the other half of said journal, where our trust in each other as a group came into question, which is real funny because we've only known each other for a day for the most part. But we got the journal still. After shocking Drow Lady with revelations of Arthur being related to Celine.
And her being
And-
a bitch.
And her being a bitch. Was that set to
Team-
her in canon?
Team
Cool.
not
Wait,
or
yeah.
Celine.
Did you shock her with that info, or did she already know?
No,
I
she
mean,
didn't.
she already knows.
I'm saying that she was a bitch.
Oh, that's a bitch? Oh, she
Yeah,
knew
yeah.
she was a bitch.
Yeah.
She is that bitch. She took the DNA test. Then go outside. Everyone kind of split into pairs and had independent conversations. I skipped over that part of the stream when I was recapping this morning.
Squee, did you?
Mhm.
I should just start sending you the compressed image and not the full image, because I think you're uploading the full image, which is insanely huge.
Probably.
Here,
let me get rid of that and put the token. Keep going,
Yes.
Kinsey. Never mind me.
Sorry, Kenzie. I just needed to tell Squee that maybe he shouldn't upload that one.
Celine has good eyeshadow. Anyways,
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
so we then, as a group, start talking about how we're going to have a nice conversation over tea with the innkeeper, which resulted in us deciding we're going to make a fake copy of our half of the journal and burn it in front of him to see how he will react. I'm sorry, Celine's token just slowly coming down.
Where?
Dun.
I don't see it.
Oh my! It was like on the Averton map.
Yeah.
I missed it. Is it still there?
It's still there. It's spinning at the moment.
I think because I was zoomed in on the map, she just slowly came down.
That is weird. Only certain people can see it.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
see
man.
it.
Oh, Anyway.
Anyways, 2 more
Okay.
points we need to get through. One being us going to a bookstore and spending too much money. And then we get a tutorial quest to go save Spirit so we can learn about
Materia.
Materia? Yeah. So we went and then we saved a nice little gnome girl. Gnome? Dwarf?
No.
Gnome.
Spirit.
Who has brown hair?
Who has brown hair. Just another day life can't see us. And that's Spirit. And we saved her from a bunch of muggers. And now we're going to go to her parents' place, and they're probably going to teach us about Materia.
Hey, Burn, try do me a favor. Try and close Averton. I'm going to reshare it with you. Maybe you're on like a different instance of Averton.
Wait, should I? Me too? Because
Yeah, you too. Because I the token. I'm looking at the stream, and the tokens are not showing up.
No, they're not.
Okay, I closed mine.
So just go ahead and close your Averton, and I'll reshare it.
It's already done.
Alrighty. I'm gonna share it again and see if those tokens pop up.
Nope.
What the hell?
Could be because of that error we got like a week or two ago. Because I
Possibly.
still have Kaitana, Ori, all those guys still aren't loaded for their tokens.
Oh
That's
wow.
racist. Not
I-
all drow are
you-
empty tokens.
Look in the chat. I can only see Tyburn and Ashu.
That is so
Oh, yeah,
weird.
you're right.
What?
Oh, what? All right. Well, stuff to figure out later. Just everyone in the chat, just believe us. They're really good drawings.
I tweeted it and I linked
Alright,
it in the
good.
chat so they
Good.
can look at the tweet that I.
And we can throw it in Discord later as well. In fact, we should. We should throw it in the artwork
yeah,
section.
yeah. I'll do
By
it.
the way, this would be a nice plug. Our Curse of Ardenfell Discord has a lovely little text channel in it to throw any sort of fan art that you like. And I think also it'd be good to put art from the campaign, like either stuff that one of you lovely people draw or stuff that I use. Like, for example, if there's an NPC that I have a picture of, I'll throw it down there as well. It'd be nice for you guys to have somewhere you can go and be like, what's he talking about? What do they look like? That kind of thing.
How do they get to the Discord if they don't have it? Squee.
They use the link in the description.
I
Is
put a
there-
link in the chat.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I was
Thank
right.
you. I was honestly sure myself. That's why I was asking on behalf of whoever wanted to join.
Oh my god! Oh, I thought like there was a trick to this, and that's why I'm like, I'm gonna say the answer, but it's not gonna be right for some reason.
So if you guys go under campaign art, you can see the
Mhm.
drawing of Lady Celine and what she looks like in her youth.
That is not true.
What? No, she
You're
looks
a damn
great.
liar.
She looks super hot.
I took the aging app and made it look like she's, I was gonna say 90, but actually she's way older than that. But
She
you know what I
just
mean.
looks more like her dead boyfriend now.
Oh my
Oof.
god! You know,
Holy crap!
it hasn't
That's
exactly.
savage.
It hasn't exactly
my
been
God.
established that he's dead.
Hey, he was a
Shit.
Lich King. He is dead.
I think people are just kind of assuming it because you don't build statues of living people. Oh man! So thank you, Kinsey, for the for getting through that despite all our interruptions.
Yeah.
So, but she's absolutely right. You guys had just rescued Spirit from some angry customers. As a matter of fact, she had sold them one of her inventions. It didn't work, and they wanted 200 gold despite only having paid 5 for it. You cut Spirit out of one of her own contraptions, which was basically a bunch of webbing that was resistant to a lot of damage types, and managed to get her cut out with some acid. And that's pretty much where we stopped. So we'll just pick up right back there with Spirit kind of brushing herself off and trying to pick up pieces of things that fell out of her backpack and pockets while she was literally dangling there. And she goes, thank you. I'm sorry to be an inconvenience.
Oh, that's us.
Yeah, Kai went back to reading her dirty novel, so that's what she's doing.
Fair enough. And
So
she just...
I was trying to remember, like, we went through a bit of this conversation, talked about which father she was looking for her.
Mhm.
Yes. Here, let me go ahead and... where is... Did I put them? Yeah. Sorry, I put them on my other hotbar. So... You are looking for her actual parents. Oh, I closed that. No wonder. My apologies. Give me a second here. Her dads, who run the Steam and Steel shop. The one that you spoke to is Avi, who was a water Gensai.
Ganassi.
Thank you, Ganassi. Came into the bookshop looking for her and asked you to go find her because he was worried that she tends to get herself into trouble, especially when she wanders around adventurers with her inventions. And you also heard her other dad, who's Imbric, who also is a blacksmith at Steam and Steel, who is a fire Ganassi. But you haven't actually met him yet. You just heard about that from Avi.
Yeah,
So-
apparently he has a temper.
A bit.
She was also asking us to please not tell her parents that this happened.
Mm-hmm. She says they're very supportive, in their own way, but I really, really want to show that I can. And she kind of like takes a matter-of-fact tone, like she's reciting something. Make a income with my inventions to help the store. It's not going so well so far, but you know,
This is only the beginning.
you got to keep at it. And she does like a little like fist pump and holds her bicep.
Yeah, high five.
And
If
she
you don't
tries to
mind me
jump up
asking,
and-
how old are you? Kai says, flipping through a page and like eyeing above, looking at Spirit.
Well, I just turned 22 a few days ago.
Oh, Kai like slams the book shut. Me too.
Really?
Yeah, we're the same age. How cool is that?
Oh,
She's suddenly
wow.
turning into a teenager.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I missed your birthday.
That's okay. I missed yours too.
And
Oh,
she
here.
looks-
How about this? I know how to. Let me give you a birthday gift. 1 second, and Kai will start rummaging through the items that she just purchased. Let me go to my inventory here.
Give her a dirty novel.
Okay, Kai will hand her a copy of Enlarge and Other Naughty Spells.
She takes a
Criana.
look at the book, and
Just-
she looks at it. She
Rid of
goes,
it.
"Oh, I'll just save that for later." And she like tucks it in her backpack.
How do I get rid of it off of my
So
Right
on your
click it.
character sheet, you
Yeah.
right click it, and then it'll have a
Oh,
little
delete. Okay.
radial,
Cool.
to delete.
Sweet.
And she'll say, "Oh, okay, just 1 second. She here," and she like puts her backpack down, which again is almost the same size she is, and like starts rummaging through it, and she like starts like putting things out, and then she eventually pulls out what looks like a strange metal rope. It looks as if it's got metal slats that are tied together by some sort of cable every few inches, and it's about 50 feet long.
Oh,
And she hands it to you, and she goes, "Here, this is my, well, the only invention I have that I know works.
oh.
I mean, they all work, but this one works more.
What does it do?
Well, so there's a lot of times, I think, when adventurers need to use a rope to go down a dark hole. I've heard, anyway, and it's always scary because they can't see down there, and they don't know if the rope is like in the mouth of a giant murderous rabbit or like a beetle. So I thought, what if the rope emitted light?
Oh,
And so then I made that. And this rope, if you press that there, it will emit light, probably for at least an hour.
oh, wonderful. And Kai will take it, and she will push the button.
And Spirit goes, "Oh, okay, it's only one time. Okay." And like, as you push the button, the rope lights up in a golden light, almost like a giant glow stick.
Ooh. Kai
she
kind of squints her eyes a little bit at the light, but she just goes, ooh.
I hope you enjoy that for an hour. It's good.
Kai will start wrapping it around her neck like a scarf.
And then she starts packing up her backpack again. Oh, well, in any case, thank you all so much for your help. I guess I should probably be getting home.
I think we're supposed to come with you. Your dad.
You want to come with me?
Yes, Avi mentioned something about going back to the store to
Wait,
have a...
did they send you after me?
Well, one of them did.
And
Not too sure if the other one knows.
She just starts to look crestfallen. Of course they did.
Well, you can't help it. Parents are made to worry.
I guess. I'm 22, though.
I'm 21. I don't think my parents are ever going to stop worrying.
Oh, are
Kai
your parents here?
nods at that.
I didn't hear what Spirit said.
Are your parents here?
No! Thank goodness. No.
Are you from the tundra?
Yes, we are.
Oh my gosh, what's it like? I heard it's so cold up there.
It's very cold.
Oh, that sounds... Well,
Just so you know,
different.
you can't see Kai's face because it's like half of it's hidden by the rope. She's like wrapped it up.
And is she still wearing her mask?
Yep.
So the other half is covered by the mask.
She looks like a creepy beacon. Like
And Spirit goes, but then that means that your parents let you come all the way down here by yourself. I can't even go across the river without them getting worried.
Kai looks at Ori.
Hold on. He looks side to side. Yeah. They totally, they were very supportive about, me. They did.
Spirit nods. Must be nice. Well, in any case, come on, Mr. Waddington, let's go. And she puts the little otter on the ground after, like, cranking its tail a few times. I should also note, Kai, the rope that you have has little engravings of what looks like otters on each little section.
Aw, that's cute.
Yes, Arthur.
Here, I carry. And he's going to just carry her backpack for her.
Oh, I thought he was gonna carry her. I was gonna be like, I ship it.
No.
Thank you. Please be careful with, thank you. And like she starts like following behind you with the like one hand to her mouth and the other hand constantly like extending and retracting and extending and retracting.
He's going to be very careful.
Okay.
Did she ever return the high five, or was time for
Yeah,
left hanging?
Yeah, I said it, or I was starting to say it. I mean, I finished it. She actually would jump up to try and reach it.
Oh, she wouldn't be holding it above her head.
Athletics check.
But yes, she definitely would have returned it.
Yay!
But yeah, since she is under 4 feet, she is definitely a tiny individual.
Yeah, she's not gonna be like, "Hi, I'm gonna hold this up at 6 feet tall. Jump, bitch."
So you guys make your way back through the market across the bridge, and she's quiet most of the time, but she does ask a few questions about the tundra. She seems very interested simply because it's so different than everything around here. She asks if it's true that it always snows up there, and if there's actual ice yetis up there. Which of course
would stretch the truth so hard.
Oh, Kai would be joining the stretching of the truth then.
It
or he's
doesn't
doing
snow over there all the time.
It snows most of the time except for one special day, and that's the day when we all have our annual fireplace cookout.
And during the cookout, we pray to the snow yetis to bring more snow, and they are the size of mountains, and they approach from beneath the ground, and ooh, Kai like wiggles her fingers. And then as she's wiggling her fingers, she looks at her hands and just kind of stares at them.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's surely not. If something was as big as a mountain, it'd be crushed by its own body weight. This mass of it would just be... Well, but I mean, you wouldn't lie. Maybe it's some sort of magic. And she gets like lost in this little conversation with herself.
Good, because Kai's somewhere far away.
I guess the great wizard Menelag would tell us many stories about the great beasts known as the mountain giants.
I never heard of mountain giants. I heard of hill giants and cave giants and cloud giants and fire giants and storm giants, but I've never heard of a mountain giant.
Mm-hmm. They are gray and rocky, like a mountain. We're not very original with our names.
She nods, but it makes it easier to categorize them, I bet.
I mean, we're also gray, but we call ourselves something different. We don't just call us, like, tiny hills.
She, like, laughs way too hard at that.
No, that's cool.
Tiny Hill is not a cool name.
Yeah, it is.
You'll also notice that the mechanical otter keeps, like, straying off in a straight line, and she has to keep correcting its course. You eventually make your way back towards Steam and Steel, which you haven't been to yet. You've only been to really Bookworm's Treasure, but you pass the general store, Gumfrey and Sons, and you make it to an open walled shop that has a sign above it that says Steam and Steel, and it has a picture of a forge. As you approach, you hear the sounds of hammers striking on metal over and over, rhythmic and heavy. And as you come in close, you get a wave of heat, even in the pleasant temperature. And you see embers flying out of the side of the shop every time there's a loud thud. And as you approach and turn the side, you see a fire genasi at an anvil with a glowing hammer striking what looks to be some sort of blade. And he seems completely lost in his work.
Is there any sign of... Oh, go ahead.
Ty's just kind of going to side-eye Spear, be like, should we find your other father? Kind of whispering this.
No, he'd probably be inside. He's more of the shopkeeper. Imbric
more
is the
meant,
blacksmith.
did you want to avoid this one for now?
Oh no, no. Why would I want to avoid him?
Well, you kind
Maybe-
of said he has a temper.
Yeah, maybe we were given the wrong impression of him.
Oh no, he definitely can have a temper, but he's a fire Ganassi. They all do. And
Alright, you have better relationship with your parents than I did.
and she'll wave her hand and go, "Hi, Dad, I'm home." And the rhythmic pounding stops, and the Ganassi looks up. Where were you? Oh, just out and about, selling those inventions again. Well, I did sell one. And he just stares at her. These are my friends. This is and he points to Ty.
Sup?
This is my friend.
Oh my god. At that point, Dolma will step up, put a arm around Tyburn's shoulder and go, "This is Ty. My name is Dolma."
Ah, the one Xavier sent to go find Spirit. Thank you.
No problem.
And with that, you hear a stomping of foot. You sent them to find me? I'm not a child, Dad. When you found her, what was she doing?
Being a pretty decent business person?
She was telling us all sorts of things about the shop, really.
Mm-hmm. Go inside, Spirit. Put those silly contraptions down. Your father needs your help. And Spirit kind of hangs her head and goes, "Oh, right. Of course. Well, it was a really pleasure meeting you all."
Same. Talk
Good
to you
to see
another
you
night.
again, Spirit.
Arthur will give the backpack back to her.
Oh, thank you. Come on, Mr. Waterton. And she'll start walking inside. And Imbric looks at you all and says, "Truly, you have my thanks. She has been known to wander off for days at a time. She is a wonderful daughter, but very absent-minded."
I mean... Tyburn's gonna start talking and go, "No, not a time to be sassy," and we'll bite her tongue.
And his face is hard to read as a fire Gensi, but it's very tight. It's very tense. And he looks to each of you. My partner suggested some form of payment for your help. I would like to honor this. Tell me, are you new to this town? I have not seen you before.
Yes.
No.
Relatively.
I see. Well, as you can see, I am a blacksmith, and if I must be truthful, I am fairly talented at my profession. My husband is more of the shopkeeper and seller, but I am a craftsman, particularly skilled at upgrading weapons and equipment to hold materia. In return for bringing my daughter home safe, as we were quite worried, I would be more than happy to upgrade one of your items for you to use a materia. Are you familiar with it?
I think Spirit showed us a little bit of it.
He raises
Quite
an
impressive.
eyebrow.
Just
Yes.
advertising your store and all.
No, that was... I did not expect her to care. She tends to prefer her inventions. But good, good. I can upgrade a weapon or a piece of armor, or perhaps if you are a spellcaster, a focus, to be able to hold one. And we sell many within the shop, if you would like to speak to my husband. It is quite a bargain given what we normally charge for it. But I know that my daughter can cause... Well, she can be difficult sometimes. So we appreciate it.
No, Doma. I'm not going to be that chaotic. Not yet.
One day.
Yeah, at that, our Tavern is going to look at Doma and then just kind of slowly raise her shovel with, like, face.
He holds out a hand. He puts down the hammer and holds out a hand. Do you give him the shovel?
That was towards Tavern, but if he's doing that, she'll, like, kind of get excited and we'll be like, yeah, see what you can do. Probably make a comment of, be nice to her. She is named, after all.
You have named your shovel.
Yeah, Shiofra.
That is a powerful name.
Powerful shovel.
I see. Many people would think it odd to carry or name a shovel or even upgrade it. I, however, have respect for anyone who takes care of their implements. I do not know how much use you would get out of a materia and a shovel, but if you wish, I will upgrade it for you.
You'd be surprised.
Time for
He'll
a
raise an
nod,
eyebrow.
shit-eating grin.
I see. Well then, I'll take good care of it. It will take some time. You are welcome to browse the shop.
Alright.
And
We
he'll look
should
to the
go.
others. The rest of you, the offer extends to all of you. If you have an item, it does not take me very long.
Kai will lower her book and raise an eyebrow that he can't see, but she will point to her mask and say, "Is there anything you could do with this?"
Yes, actually, I could. It would be delicate, but I could certainly do it.
Kai will grin and she'll put her fingertips on the edge of the mask and slowly pull it off, revealing a beautiful face that sparkles in the light. And sorry, I just had a moment.
Anime sparkle.
Right? She,
Brightened up by the glowy rope around her neck.
that's right. Eyes shining, and she will pass it over to the gentleman.
He nods and he places it gently on the anvil. And I can speed this along for the rest of you. Basically, if there is a weapon or piece of armor or magical focus you would like, you can be upgraded to be able to hold one materia, which is like generally around 1,000 gold. So a hell of a bargain.
So kind of good.
Kind of good. Just a
Kind
bit
of.
good.
It makes it pays the bills.
So obviously Kai's mask, Tyburn's shovel. Does anyone else want something?
I'm playing a character that uses unarmed attacks and
So-
wears no armor.
Arthur, in your instance, you would probably need to just pick up some leather bracers or something. They wouldn't have to be expensive ones.
Yeah.
But you would probably need to wear bracers or boots or something of that kind.
Yeah.
You know, all the things that you don't wear.
Yeah.
A belt? You could do a belt.
Yeah, belt works.
Well, would he be able to implement it into like a necklace or something? Because he has the beads, doesn't he?
That would... Yeah, that would work. Honestly, it's very flexible. The main thing to keep in mind is that weapons have certain types of material that can attach to them. Armor, and that would include, I guess, necklaces and bracers and all that have different types, and magical focuses have a third type. So that's really the only thing to keep in mind. Other than that, like for example, Kai's mask isn't really a piece of armor, but it works. It's fine, right?
Mhm.
So otherwise, I can be fairly flexible with what you want.
Yeah, because isn't there like a God, was it the? I keep wanting to say Baphomet head or something like that, or
Bahamut.
dry Baphomet. That
Yeah.
Baphomet. That's definitely not it.
No, that's not.
That's Bahamut, but buff.
But
Ooh.
that's the demon goat. Anyways,
Ooh.
but yeah, because there's the
Jesus.
dragon symbol or the dragon head symbol on it, so you
Yes.
could probably put it in there.
Yes, actually, it would be its eye.
You can also just put it on the amulet Lady Celine gave all to the hunters.
You could do that as well.
So how is he with working with wood?
He's fine.
Oh,
He's skilled enough to do it. Otherwise, Kai's mask would be destroyed.
Yeah, she'd be like,
That's fair.
alright, must make a new one.
Well, shit.
The only thing to keep in mind is that unless you upgrade to a second level, there is no way, like you can't have an amulet and bracers or a breastplate and an amulet. It's one set of clothing that is upgraded. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That way you can't get around. It's like, I actually have 6 materia on me.
Yeah, that's why I'm considering using the one thing that she always has. So, would he be able to do that into her violin?
Ooh. Yes, but that would be considered a weapon materia.
Yeah.
Actually, no. That would be considered a magical focus materia.
Okay. Yeah.
So that would
yeah,
be actually, you know what? Yeah, so magical materia, magical focus materia are materia that would affect your spells.
Mm-hmm.
Armor materia are materia that are generally defensive in some way, shape, or form, and of course, weapon materia would be the opposite, offensive in some way, shape, or form.
What about like the ability modifier materia?
That's armor. That's armor.
That's armor. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so spell focus, while can be some of the most powerful, it's also the least numerous number of different types of materials. Basically, there's one that'll increase your spell levels, there's one that'll increase their saving throw abilities, that kind of thing, but there's not a whole lot you can do with spells, as they are already magical in and of themselves.
I'm gonna have to think about that. Fuck. Okay.
Sure. Arthur, you want your amulet?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you,
And-
Ishu?
It'll be an armor one.
Yes,
Shu
Sue.
thinks about this for a while and turns to Tyburn and goes, "Can I buy your deck off of you?"
My cards?
Yes.
I mean, sure, I can just get another deck at some point. Keep losing with this one anyways. She hands you the card deck.
Thank you. How much to give you?
She kind of just waves her hand at you. It's fine.
Thank you. He turns to the smith and goes, "This might actually be a challenge because of size and space, I suppose. But this."
He looks at it. Are they encased in anything, or is it just a stack of cards?
I think most card sets are at least in a box.
Right. He would look at it and he would go, I could upgrade the casing in the box, but the cards themselves, there'd be nothing to attach it to, and I doubt you'd want that anyway. But the box that houses them, or perhaps I could attach it to some form of leather strap you would use to bind them. Avi is pretty good with leather work.
She nods for a little bit and goes, "I think that would actually be exactly what I'm looking for."
I can do that, certainly. So that's everyone except Orit and Dulma. Orit, what would you like, if anything?
He'd probably want his crystal upgraded if that's
Mhm.
the case. That's probably
That
going
would
to be
be-
the thing that he's always going to have.
It would be very easy. You just put the crystals in the crystal.
Just put a crystal inside of a crystal. That works.
Simple, easy peasy.
So
He
easy,
would-
it just works.
he would say, "I'll have to be very careful with this one. Crystal, while hard, can also be brittle. I will take care of it."
Well, yeah, if you break it, I'll be a little bit disappointed, but if it breaks, it breaks.
It will not break. And he places it on the anvil.
Hey, Squee,
Yes.
have you explained Materia system on stream?
No, I have not. I was gonna see what everyone wanted first, and then I was going to explain
I
it
was
while
gonna
you guys.
say
I'm
that-
also
it's all
asking that because I
mysterious.
have questions.
Yeah, sure. So hold on to that for just a
Yeah.
moment. Dolma.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fabulous half drow of mine. What would you like?
She's half drow.
No, she's all orc. She's just really pointy ears.
Wait, did you just drop a character spoiler?
No.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Jeez. What?
I'm gonna
Anyways.
count it as a spoiler.
Why would that be counted as a spoiler?
Because only Ty knows.
That's not true at all. I literally said, "Hey, isn't it odd that a drow has golden eyes?"
That doesn't.
Yeah. And then Orit has golden eyes too.
That was a mistake, but my point is I still made it very clear in session 1.
That doesn't mean anything.
That's
Look,
okay,
if you
that's
guys
all right.
aren't paying attention, that's not my fault.
I'm just saying. Just saying.
Elora.
Mm-hmm. Dolma kind of fidgets around, like looks around in her bag for a little bit, and then finally, after a moment, she looks at him and says, "You said that your husband can work with leather?"
Yes, he's very talented.
She thinks for a moment more and then kind of turns away, futzes around in her bag, and she pulls out a leather, I guess, a cuff kind of thing. It's literally just like a leather brace. It's not really armor. It's just kind of
Sure, like almost like a bow guard or something like that.
kind of. It's literally just like kind of a thick leather bracelet.
Oh, okay, I see. I
Yeah.
see. I think I've seen many of those. They were popular like what, 10 years ago?
Yep, they sure were.
I mean, they still are now. They still are now, but I mean, that was when they really, you'd see people. So you're talking like 2-inch thick leather bracelet
Yeah,
or 2-inch wide. Okay, yeah. What color is it?
it's just a plain dark leather. It laces up at the wrist.
Sure, gotcha. He would nod. He'd say that is certainly doable.
Hmm.
As I said, it will take some hours. You are all welcome to come back later or peruse the shop. And he'll motion inside. And he'll immediately, just without another word, just start getting to work, starting with Ty's shovel. If you all do decide to peruse the shop, there are several things for you to look at. Give me a second here. I have divided these up to make them easier. So there's the armor, there's the
Whoa.
weapons,
Whoa.
and there's the material.
Oh
So-
my god.
Now that you guys have those, yes, Kinsey. Oh my.
Sorry.
How...
I didn't get a chance to mute.
Well, bless you.
I'm allergic to good things.
Never mind, I'll just take all these menus back. So Materia is a homebrew thing that I have... I've play tested it for a while in my other campaign, but this is the first campaign I'm fully implementing it in. The idea behind it is to give players more little things to spend their gold on. One thing with 5th edition is that there's tons and tons of magic items that are usually extremely expensive, like thousands upon thousands of gold coins. But other than that, once you get your armor and your weapon, some potions, some scrolls, there's really just not a lot to spend your money on. That's not just like castles and stuff. And I like my players to have tons of options and have a reason to always go shopping, even if they only got 300 gold. Still have a reason to go to the store. So the idea behind Materia is they are single-use items that are of magical power, kind of like potions, except they work very differently. They do things that potions don't do. They're non-spell-like effects, and there's just a massive list of them. Materia that goes on your armor does protective or defensive things, like it can boost a stat skill for about an hour, or a saving throw. Actually, I think it boosts a stat skill for about 8 hours, and it'll give you advantage on saving throws for an hour. It'll give you resistance to a certain type of damage for a few rounds. There's certain other materials that let you disengage as a bonus action for a few rounds. Weapons are the opposite. They give you offensive capabilities. You can do fire damage for a bit, extra fire damage, or extra frost damage, or poison damage, etc. And then there's a few for magic casters that do things like increase the power of your spells, allow you to roll better healing, or a really powerful one that's also somewhat expensive that can force your opponent to take disadvantage on saving throws. They're not huge advantages. They're small advantages that can be really, really useful depending on how and when you use them. They fit into whatever item's been upgraded. They take a short rest to change out, so you can use one, and once it's used, you can spend a short rest to change it out with another one. Or if you know you might need another type, you can do that. And you can upgrade items up to 3 times to put up to 3 materia in them. However, it gets very expensive the further down you get. Kinsey, you said you had some questions?
Yeah. Mainly when you use a materia, is it a one-time use and then it's gone?
Yes. After that, it is
Okay.
a useless gemstone. It's not even worth gold.
Okay.
So think of them very much like potions. Once you pop it, you use it for its duration, and then it's gone. So having multiple of something, if there's something that you use a lot, like say the materia that makes your weapon heavier, in other words, it does, instead of a D8, it does a D10 or something. Once it runs out, you might want to have another one to pop back in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You called out one of the 2 I was looking at.
It's a really good one.
It works well for a blunt improvised weapon.
Right. And so it's nice. It's definitely something that you can spend money stocking up on, so that you have a few of them, because you might be needing them. Mm-hmm. I also like them because they give the players more options. Like if you know you're going up against an ice dragon, I don't expect you to do so for quite some time, but let's say you did, you could go to the store and you could spend money to stock up on protection from ice from materia, whereas the base game just doesn't have a good way of doing that. So yes, as someone in the chat is saying, that sounds like Final Fantasy. You're not wrong. Sticking gems inside weapons, I wonder where that came from.
Nah, we need more belt buckles in order for this to be Final Fantasy.
There's a materia
Give me
called
a moment.
All that just makes your spells hit everyone.
In fact, there is an armor in here that's unbuckled, so we don't nearly have enough buckles.
Oh yeah, well no, those are so you'll notice on the sheets with the weapons and armor, there are some magical items that are probably a bit out of your price range, but maybe something you can work towards. And there are sets of armor that are not magical, but expertly crafted so that you can, anything that says cast off, it only takes an action to get in or out of, but they are also much more expensive.
It just says this suit of armor doesn't have as many buckles and straps as usual.
Yes, that's odd. It doesn't. No, it also says if you scroll down to the description, you can doff this armor as an action.
I'm looking at the notes.
I mean, I think she wants to comment about Final Fantasy's love of buckles.
Oh, I see. But yeah, so like really what that's useful for is if like you fall into water and you're wearing like heavy armor, you just get out of it real fast. The smoldering armor as well, if you guys see those, like the smoldering chain shirt and all that, it's just like every other armor, except it seems to be smoking. It's more of a sensory effect thing. Wisps of harmless, odorless smoke rise from this armor while it's worn.
Oh my
yeah.
god, Squee.
Are
these two based off of those two characters in Dragon Age?
What two?
The ones that you take the dragon hide to make you armor?
I don't. Not me. I didn't.
Not
base
if
them
you.
off of
Yeah,
that.
if you don't remember them, clearly not. But
Oh, I remember them now. Yeah, I loved them. They were cool. I'm so bored.
Yeah.
Right, because one of them he didn't care about the money. He just wanted expert material to work on.
Ardenfell, when Dragon Age meets Final Fantasy.
No,
got it.
I don't think these two are based off of them.
no, if you don't remember them immediately, then clearly not. It was just more, here's gay couples that make armor.
But you see all the items in the shop, and in the shop as well, behind a counter, you see Avi, who is talking to Spirit quite animatedly, saying, "We were worried about you. You were gone. You didn't tell anyone you were leaving. You took your backpack. You have to let us know when you're going somewhere." "I know. I'm sorry. I was okay. I didn't get into any trouble." "That's not the point, Spirit. You know how Embrick worries." "I know. I promise I won't." "Right, well, go get cleaned up." "Okay." And like she just kind of trudges off. And you see him just kind of like sigh and then look up. "Oh, hello again. Well, welcome to Steam and Steel. Thank you for bringing Spirit back. Is she okay? She was okay when you found her?"
I mean, if she wasn't okay when we found her, she wouldn't look at like how she does now.
"Oh, she'll be fine. She's very talented and very passionate, but sometimes you need to grow up, and it's a lesson that she's having trouble learning." In any case, Imric did speak to you about paying you, yes?
Yes.
Good. Well, feel free to browse the shop while you're here. The prices are listed on everything. If you have any questions, please ask. And again, thank you very much.
No problem. Kind of benefiting us a lot.
Oh, well, Imric does like to show off.
I'm sure it'll be my prized possession. Already is. It'll just be cooler now.
Oh, absolutely. He can show off for a reason. He's very good at what he does. I'm sorry, I didn't even ask your names, or we've never seen you around. Are you staying somewhere close by?
The Mundane Inn.
Oh, Darian's place. I haven't seen him in a while. I hope he's doing well.
Do you know him well?
Yes, he's been in charge of that inn for, almost 15 years now. Used to be a sailor.
So he's traveled around a bit.
Oh, in his youth, he was an adventurer, actually. But took a injury, I think, or something, but gave up on it and decided to open up a tavern. Never made much money off of it, but, well, maybe he had all the money he needed from his adventuring days. Whatever the case may be, he keeps it open whether it makes money or not.
Is there, like, too many inns here? Like, I don't understand why an inn in the middle of the city would do poorly.
Well, truth be told, most people, if they're going for a rowdy time, will go down to the docks, or if they're going for a comfortable place to sleep, they'll go to the other side of the river. This place is more of a shopping district. It doesn't get as much traffic as you might think, except for people who want to buy things. Great for us, not so much for an inn. But he shrugs. Honestly, I think that, well, it's not my place to say.
Say what?
Well, and he gets like this conspiratorial tone.
Tyburn leans in on the counter.
If he would spruce it up a bit. I mean, the sign's hanging on rusted hinges. The windows shutters haven't been cleaned in who knows how long. He doesn't advertise. He doesn't do anything. I think that he has wonderful ale, but he just doesn't market himself. Like Emmerich marketed himself. My gosh, you can't walk down the street without hearing his hammer and seeing his flames. But Darian just, I don't think he understands how to run a business. But you didn't hear that from me.
No, of course not.
What did
She'll
you two
lean
meet?
back.
I mean, the man who wields his hammer.
I'm sorry, what was the first thing you said, Piff?
How did you two meet?
Oh, that was many years ago. Can you believe it? Emmerich used to be a bandit.
No.
He was. Well, he would threaten caravans just by being himself and puffing out his chest and blowing flames, and it was always enough to get something. Well, one day a caravan got tired of it and got tired of spending all their gold, so they hired me, who is like a natural, I guess you could say, opposition. Well, I called him out, and turns out he's all bluster and no real fight. He's really a bit of a sweetheart once you get to know him, and well, that was that, I guess.
Cute.
He was. And Ivy grins. He still likes to bluster sometimes, but really, his temper is all hot air.
Slow clap.
He actually bows.
Tiny clap.
But we've been together, 20 years now. We got Spirit 15 years ago. Found her on the street, poor little thing. Wandering around, have no idea what happened to her parents.
So you just raised her here instead?
Well, the orphanages in town aren't always the best, and we found her one morning, broken into our shop, working with our metal, trying to build something. I guess it just kind of spoke to us.
Sounds like inventing also speaks to her.
That it definitely does. I sometimes wish I had the money to send her to Vamgalir where she could really get training. I don't disagree with her hobby, but... Well, and I would never tell her this, but she's just not good at it. She's been trying for years and nothing she makes works.
I mean, experience is what you need, isn't it? if she's not getting the right experience here.
Well, perhaps if she had the right teacher, but the reality is that life doesn't always allow us to do everything we want to do, and that she needs to be able to take care of herself. She's 22 now. I'm assuming someday, somewhere, some boy is going to find her and take her away, and if she can't take care of herself, well, we worry about her, is all.
Tyburn makes face at mention of boys and marriage. Well, regardless, I guess we're, I don't know where I'm going with this.
You have many items on display. They are
Thank
all
you.
quite lovely. Kai will interrupt, peeking up from her book, sensing that maybe Tyburn needs a moment.
That's Kenzie needing a moment.
Yeah.
Tyburn has left the Discord call.
Well, yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Most of them were made by us. Some of them are imported. The Materia, of course, we don't make. That's the dwarves, but we are the only shop around that knows how to install them, so we make quite some business that way.
Wonderful. And, Gumfrey and Son sells paint?
Oh, they sell all kinds of things. Odds and ends, adventuring gear. If you can't find it here or at the bookstore or at that druid's place down the road, you'll probably find it at Gumfrey and Sons.
Kai kind of...
Oh, yes. Have you not seen Coralyn's crown?
Not yet.
Oh, well, she's a druid. She sells mostly potions and herbs and things of that nature. Very practical woman. I like her.
I'm sure we'll meet her soon.
Kai will look to the rest of the group. Well, should we give them time to work on our things? Kai kind of scrunches her eyebrows together. And should we go see if we can find paint?
Oh, right, the dye, yes.
Yes, dye. I am sorry, I'm not familiar with your Ardenfell language.
Both work, kinda.
Excellent. How are you doing through all of this, Arthur? Are you able to parse what we are saying?
Huh?
Oh dear.
Dolma will repeat the sentence in Elvish.
Would you like to go look at paint with us, Arthur?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Kai will then nod her head and start heading towards the door.
Before we go, Arthur's going to buy something.
Sure. Absolutely. And you guys can do that in session, out of session. Just let me know what you buy, and I'll update the inventory accordingly.
I am purchasing a Materia of Transference.
Oh, nice. That is the one that allows you to take damage for someone else.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yes. As you guys are turning to leave, AV says towards a shoe, "Ma'am, a second, if I may."
She gives a small pause and then turns back around to him and goes, "Oh, yes," and starts walking towards him.
Hang on, guys. There's a kitchen emergency. I'm so sorry. I'll be right back.
Lost in the void, the shoe does not know what to do next.
1 second, I'm sorry.
As AV just rushes to the back, seeing Spirit try to cook something.
My spinach puffs.
I suppose she is not very good at cooking either. Good roll. Fuck shit up.
That one! Hell yeah!
Yes, thank you, Kai Robot.
I don't
Beep,
know
boop, bop,
if
boop.
rolling a nat 1 on fuck shit up is a good thing or a bad thing.
Yo, guys, I'm
Depends
just
on what you're fucking up.
I'm just gonna say, I don't know what was in these allergy meds. I'm away. I'm not here. I'm
We
someplace
can
very.
tell.
I'm so sorry.
We'll put Kai on a leash. We'll drag her along everywhere.
I just can't
She's
be
just
consistent. I can't be consistent with this damn character.
Dude, you're just on another plane of existence.
That's
it's part
okay.
of being an inheritor.
That's right. We'll just go with that. She just goes through a lot of different personality changes.
She
That-
goes through phases.
That's way better than the fact you notice I keep slipping into Anna's voice instead of Tali's.
I have not noticed. I feel like
No,
maybe
I don't
if
expect
go
you
with
to.
if I go with Robot Kai, I think we'll be safe.
But robots
Beep boop
will
bop boop.
take over World of Ardenfell.
What if we put a Materia in a robot?
We'll just... Kai, eat this materia.
I will eat this materia.
Nom nom nom.
Nom
Just
nom
pop-
nom nom.
Just
Nom,
pop
nom,
it like
nom.
a gumball.
Oh, okay. Kai, hang on, let me roll to break my jaw. Hey, I did pretty good at breaking it.
Yeah, you're drinking out of a straw.
That's okay.
Please, would someone wire my mouth shut? Comprehend the language.
I'm back.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, welcome back.
I was stranded on a countertop.
Ooh. Sounds like a personal problem.
Q asked me to climb up on the counter to look at something that she thought broke, and as I was up there, she moved away the chair.
Oh,
And then when I started trying to get down, she kept hitting me in the leg. Like, no,
she got you. That's how they get you.
I don't even know what I did. All right, sorry about that. A shoe.
That's me.
Hang on a second. Why is everyone rolling cure wounds? Who died?
No reason.
Kai broke her jaw trying to eat a materia. That's all you need to know.
I expected as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would say, "Ma'am, a moment. I know that several people in this town can be unkind to one such as yourself, but you helped my little girl. If you have any trouble at all, you come get us, okay?"
I appreciate the thought.
He nods. Well then, we'll see you guys in a bit.
As they walk on out, Kai will look at the rest of the group. So, are we going to get the dye then?
I mean, that's what I
hope so.
assumed.
All right, let's go take a look. Where's Gumfrey and Sons?
It's literally right behind Steam and Steel.
Oh,
Or just,
Kai
like,
kind of pokes her
turn
head over.
around.
Literally everyone points.
Wonderful. Well, let us go then.
You guys make your way to Gumfrey and Sons. It is a rather large and oddly built building. Every building you've come across so far, even the blacksmith, while it had an unusual design or an open design for a forge, had some sort of consistency. It matched the other buildings around it to an extent. It seemed like it fit in. Gumfrey and Sons, on the other hand, has a bright red shingled roof and an odd structure and brightly colored blue walls. And it just seems to completely stand out. And there's a large sign on it that says Gumfrey and Sons General Store.
Well, time to go in.
Yeah, Kai will just walk right in.
You walk in, and you walk into one of the most cluttered shops you have ever seen. shelves shelves are lined with all manner of items and goods and adventuring gear up and down the rows. It's a very large shop, and in the middle you see a counter with even more things stacked on it. And you see, as you walk in, a tuft of brown curly hair peeking up over the counter as it moves back and forth behind the counter frantically.
Hello.
Just a minute. And the tuft of brown curly hair turns into the face of a young halfling, as the halfling seems to climb either a chair or a stepladder or something to stand on top of the counter. Welcome to Gumfrey and Sons General Store. Gumfrey is traveling abroad and not here right now, and his sons are not currently here either at the moment. But how can I help you?
What does that make you in the family lineage?
Oh, I'm not part of the family. I work here. Well, I stay here. So maybe I'm
You're adopted.
maybe. I didn't consider that. Well, in any case, my name is Tali. I'm here to help you find anything you need.
We are looking for dye.
Or paint.
Dye?
Or paint.
Oh, right. I know where that is. And he steps down the step stool and runs out. And you see, for a halfling, he's very small. He's maybe 3 feet tall.
Is he as tall as Spirit, or...
Spirit's taller.
Oh, jeez. This is a tiny bab.
And the thing is that gnomes are usually smaller than halflings.
Yeah.
And he rushes down an aisle. He goes, "This way. It's over here." And you see him neatly, like, darting around piles of items. Oh, wait, no. Maybe it's over here. And he runs back past you. And he's like a speedy little halfling. Goes back the other way, and this goes on for a good 5 minutes or so until.
Can I roll an investigation to see
yes,
if Dolma can find it first?
I was literally just gonna have you guys do that.
Awesome.
No,
Nope.
not finding it. Would someone
are we
want
all?
to?
Can I try?
Well, or you can give her aid. One of the two. Yes, you can all try on your own, or give someone aid.
Someone else do it. I only have a +1.
I'll look.
What do we wrote? Investigation?
Investigation. Yeah.
Kai will.
Look,
will
it's a
look
very
around.
cluttered store.
Kai doesn't even know.
Oh my
Gumphrey
God.
and Sons.
Okay. What's going on here?
Again, I have proficiency in investigation.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. A shoe.
Oh my God.
A shoe. As
Guys.
everyone's wandering around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget, you also have this guy.
So
I'll go back to
like-
being
What a
muted.
group of buffoons we are.
in like 5 minutes, it turns into a searching force, almost as if you guys are looking for like a lost child. You're just going row by row, with Tali trying to coordinate you all, but doing a horrible job of it. Like maybe down that aisle, and
My
I'll check
quadrant
over
is
here.
clear. There is no dye here.
A shoe, only half paying attention. You see the brightly colored paint poking out from one of the shelves about chest high towards the back of the store.
She wanders over to it. Over here, guys.
I feel like Dolma and Tyburn found something else, or Ty at least found something else, and is just insensibly showing it to Dolma. Or insistently, that's what I meant to say.
Insensitively.
Just shoves it up into her face. Just like, look at this!
Look at how weird this is!
That quacks, but it's wood.
Oh, that's where it was. I'm sorry. I'm still very new here. I'm learning. Well, the sons are much better at this than I am. But yes, that's definitely the paint. And he
Don't
smiles
worry,
cheerfully.
someday you will also be a son.
Oh, well, I don't know. This is just kind of. I mean, they're very nice and all, but I have other plans. Anyway,
Well, okay.
is there anything else that I can get you guys? And
You can hear the music sing just da-na-na-na.
I'm gonna be a painter.
Not with those rolls.
I know. Yes, Pip. Sorry.
She just goes, ominous. Anyway, we're looking for a gray paint, or at least an off-white.
Or a white that we can mix with a black.
You can see all of it in that kit. So it's like a painter's kit. It's basically like a spice rack, but instead of spices, it has little jars of paint. And it covers most of the spectrum. It has about 20 little small jars of all different colors. As well as I shared the list of items in the shop, and it's quite an extensive list because it's a massive shop. Yes, Kai.
Kai would have found a cape and looked at it, tilted her head, and look over at Arthur and say, "Would this work for you?" She kind of shows it off. It's like a blanket, but you wrap it around your neck.
How nice is this cape?
Well, we'll say it's from.
Should I roll a
I don't know.
percentile?
No, actually, because the thing is, Kai, I'll let you choose because they have traveler's clothes, fine clothes, common clothes, and even a few costumes. So, what would you think it's from, or just a cloak?
I think she would go by feel, so she would find something super soft and comfy.
Oh, that would be fine clothes. So it's like a deep purple satin cape.
Okay.
Yes? Kai would nod her head.
Maybe.
Or no, and she'll shake her head.
Arthur will shrug.
I will take one of these cape, please.
Oh, right. Of course. Absolutely. And he'll hold up a hand for the cape.
And she'll hand it over.
And he'll take that and start running back to the counter. And then halfway there, he stops. Oh, was that it? Was there anything else? I probably should have asked before I started.
Oh, well, my, this will be separate from the, dye.
Oh, of course. Okay. Well, that'd be 15 gold.
All right. And, she will hand over the correct amount.
Something catches Ashu's eye, and she rummages through the pile, and then picks up a... She goes, how much is this worth? And she holds up a clockwork dragon toy.
I just noticed that too, Pip, and I was going to throw it into chat.
He looks at it and he goes, "Oh, I don't know. Let me find out." And he goes and he pulls out this huge book and shoves it on the counter and then climbs up there and opens it and looks up and then looks down. No, that's not it.
Can Kai come around and help him look for it?
Yeah, crowbar. It's very clear. He's very bad at reading.
Right here. It's right here.
Right. Yeah. No, I saw that. That is 50 gold.
There you go.
50 gold.
You did very well at reading, but you should practice more.
Oh, You noticed?
That you are very good? Yes, I did. It takes
Oh.
people normally
He-
much longer to read.
He like blushes. I'm trying really hard.
She will pat him on the head. It
He,
shows.
He like kicks, like the guy. Aw.
Oh, shucks.
It's one of a kind, it says. Doesn't and by the way, Kai, it doesn't say that anywhere.
She's like standing behind him and she shakes her head at that. Like, no.
A shoe size, and then I guess I'm going to have to roll an insight. You know what? No, I already have an inside scoop. I'm just gonna roll deception to negotiate.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll
Um,
deception. How are you negotiating? I'm curious.
She sighs and goes, I don't know, I've actually just seen a young lady just down the road have something exactly like this.
Roll me a deception.
Jesus
wow.
Christ.
Don't
The
mess
return
with
to
us.
the 20s.
Damn it.
Really?
Holy hell.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh.
I assume that she actually made it herself, too. Must have been
No.
something not too difficult to make.
Oh. Well, then maybe, I'm sorry. I thought it said one of a kind. Obviously, if not, then, it would probably be like half that. So, like, 10 gold.
Yes, perfect. 10 gold.
He, like, blushes again.
Ashu nods to herself and goes, I think that is a reasonable price.
Right. Absolutely.
She will bring it over to the counter to exchange for goods.
And, he, Kai, do you hand, like, the 15 gold, and Eshu, you hand him the 10?
Yeah.
You see him, he takes it. 1, 2,
2,
3,
3, 4, 5.
5.
No, 5. You got it. You can do it.
And, like, he
6.
counts them, he slowly gets to 10 and 15. It's very clear he's not very educated.
Kai
but
will take the time to walk it through with him and say, okay, now if we have 5 here and 5 here and 5 here, how many does that make?
3 groups of 5.
And
Not
5,
wrong.
10, 15.
But what about everything in between?
Correct. You are learning.
He's like very confused.
She will then go on to say, remember, always question everything.
Right. Okay. Right. Oh, and the paint. And he kind of like looks at the book again, completely lost, doesn't even know where the P section is.
At this point, Kai will lean over him and start like moving the pages to the correct one.
And actually, I'm trying to find that now because apparently it's not called paint.
Is it ink?
Ink?
There
No,
is
there should
nothing
be
of those
actually-
sorts. There is a box of pigments.
Yes, that was it. The box of pigments is
Oh,
what
there.
I'm thinking
Okay.
of. Thank you. I forgot what it was.
I have accidentally closed the shop to make
That's
room for
cool.
other things.
That's cool. Do you want to? I can tell you what it is, or do you want me to open it for you?
I'm trying to get the dragon item.
So Kai,
Mhm.
it says 20 gold.
For the pigment?
Uh huh.
Okay.
What do you say? Because clearly he can't read.
Well, okay, hold on. How much was the dragon one before?
10. Half
It was-
of 50.
Okay, but like like when we look down on the paper, I'm just trying to see if he would remember what the symbol was, like the number that was there.
Yeah, it said 50 in the book.
It said 50 in the book?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay. And she will go, oh, look, it's half of 50 again. 10.
No, I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
That's 10 gold for the paint.
I'll pay for this one, Tyburn says. Also, having not actually looked in the book, it is not realizing these people are lying yet.
Yeah.
I didn't know that he actually thought it was 50. It just seemed like he was just like pulling out a random number, so I was just like, alright, I'll play the game. Lower price, please.
Well, it's an issue from that roll. Well, that was a deception roll, but from your experience, like, clockwork toys come from Vamgalir. Some of the finest ones might cost 50 gold, but 50 gold's a lot of money. That's like thousands of dollars.
Well, and in Kai's defense, the lesson she just tried teaching him was question everything,
right.
But he just went with it. So she's just
I will say that most of the common items in the shop, though, he knows by memory.
Good. Good for him.
Just doesn't remember where they are.
Mood.
So if there's anything else, of course, that you guys want to purchase, he will know the prices of most things. Just go, oh yeah, that's 5 gold right there. That's 10 plus 2, 12 gold.
Kai is smiling, nodding in the background.
It sure looks like it's starting to get like he's having a problem with this. Looks. She peers over to see what's on the book.
It's just a giant leisure inventory of everything. And what are you looking for exactly?
What is the price of the item that they're currently trying to buy? The paint?
20.
Yeah. She's just keeping mental note of this.
Gotcha. And at some point when you guys are shopping through, you hear like the back door open and you hear, Tali! We're back! Oh, it's Breaker. Hi, Breaker, we have customers. And this large, balding man with a mustache, who looks like maybe one day in the great distant past, he might have been like a bandit or something. But now in his older, wiser years, his mustache is turning gray and he's gotten a bit of a belly and he goes, oh, hello. Haven't seen you all around here before. Welcome to Gumfrey & Sons. I am Breaker, one of the sons of Gumfrey, and I'm sure you've met Tali, our new hire.
Yes, Tali is doing very well.
Is he now?
Mm-hmm.
And Tali's just like nodding with like a big grin on his face. Good. He's still learning the ropes, but glad to see that we can leave the store in his capable hands. You remember the prices, right, Tali? Oh, no. But they helped me.
He has this wonderful book that tells him all of the prices.
Well, in any case, I'm glad that he was helpful to you. If there's anything you need, just ask me. I'll be more than happy to sell it to you. Tali, there's some stuff in back I need you to get on the shelves for me. Oh, right, sure, Breaker, no problem. It was nice meeting you all.
Likewise.
And he'll like wave to you and he'll hop down off the he actually like does like a somersault off the counter and sticks the landing and runs to the back of the store.
Kai holds up a sheet that says 10 out of 10. No, I'm kidding.
He doesn't even know what that means. So in Breaker would sit down behind the counter, and if you need anything else, he'll be happy to get it for you. But he doesn't seem to question anything that Tali has sold you. Maybe it's just good customer service, but he never even brings it up.
Kai will look to Arthur and say, I will hold on to the cloak. If you need it at all, let me know. Or the cape. Whatever I bought. She grins.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Piff.
Yeah.
Did you get back into the store?
Yes.
Okay, good. For a second there, I was like, yes, wait, did I?
I'm like, I should be here, and I'm like, wait, no, you mean the other thing.
Yeah, I meant you're getting the thing you wanted from the store.
I guess I can. I can't delete this, can I? No.
Delete what?
The dragon toy.
You can delete it if you want to.
He meant from the store itself.
Oh, no, I'll take care of it. And you guys see, just a few minutes later, you see Tali, like, running with items, and he actually climbs the shelves with quite a bit of ease to, like, get to the higher shelves to put something somewhere. And then, like, we'll run back, and every time he comes out, he'll, like, wave to you.
Kaya waves each and every time.
So, anything else you guys want to do at Gumfrey and Sons?
Don't see cards, so I'm good.
Nope, no cards. But Breaker will tell you that they get fresh inventory every week. So if you're needing a deck of cards, I can certainly place an order and make sure we have some for you in about 5 to 7 days or so.
I won't do that to you since I don't know where I'll be in 5 to 7 days.
Oh, well,
Might
fair
be
enough.
in a graveyard for all I know.
Tell you what, I'll just place an order for cards, and if you're here in 7 days, I'll have them on the counter for you.
That would be great, thanks.
Oh, no problem at all, miss. Here at Gumfrey and Sons, we like to take after old Dad, and customer service always comes first.
Of course.
Shush you.
Sorry.
So Ashu is actually going to go up to the counter, and place down the dragon, doll toy.
Yeah, the clockwork toy. It's like a little mechanical dragon. Mm-hmm.
She goes, look, I don't know the actual price of this, but I have a sneaking suspicion that the price that I got it for was much less than what it was supposed to be.
Oh, we got him, narc.
I see. Yes, we're trying to teach Tali to read and write, but, well, I have suspicions he comes from a place that didn't really think that kind of thing was important. Look, whatever he sold it to you for, we'll just call that even. I'd hate to break his heart by making him think that he messed up. So,
I'd hate to feel like a swindler. I honestly didn't know what the price was when I bought this.
Well then, I'll make you a deal. You tell him that he did a good job and keep quiet about this and call it even. Favor to me.
She nods, and she goes, a little bit less important about general names of things. What he really needs to do is figure out numbers. It seems that he has even a hard time counting. You probably already know this.
Yes. We're focusing on numbers, but the little guy really wants to learn how to read more than anything. I think there's books somehow that he carries with him that's important to him that he's trying to read, but we focus on it when we can. And he shrugs. He's only been here a few weeks. Give him time. He'll learn.
She nods. And then about to back away and goes, if I actually have some free time, I wouldn't mind teaching a little bit of what I know.
Really? We could use a tutor. But we wouldn't expect you to do it for free. Nonsense. I'll tell you what. If you feel that you got that at a bad price and you felt like perhaps helping little Tali out over there, I would love that and call it more than even. Even might even give you a discount if you end up helping him a bit. That would help the business after all.
She smiles. I do hope I will be in town for long enough for this, but I will spend as much time as I can, at least free time, to teach.
Well, no pressure to you. I know how travelers be. You got things to do, don't I know? Used to be one myself. Part of a cult once, actually. Those were the days.
She actually seems like rather pleased and genuinely happy when hearing that.
Not the kind of reaction you'd expect, but sure. But yeah, he goes, but feel free to come by anytime. We'll be more than happy to release Tali from his chores to get a little bit of learning in.
Mm-hmm. She nods and gathers the dragon again, and honestly ready to set out if everyone else is finished with their things. When everyone else is, I guess.
Kaya and Orit are just messing around at this point, so I think they're ready whenever.
They've just been messing with each other.
All right. Again, just like last time, you add a session. If you guys want, you can make any purchases. Just let me know. We don't have to take up too much session time with it. I know there's a lot there, but that's kind of the point. I wanted a general store to actually be a general store.
What? No.
What? It's like 3 things there.
I'm disappointed by the lack of leaves.
Go outside. There's trees.
But it's
on the other
Comfrey.
side of the river, at least.
But Comfrey always had leaves.
Yeah, I know, but Gumfrey's not there.
Is Comfrey still alive?
Yes,
Yeah, he's traveling.
Gumfrey's still alive. He's traveling.
How are you gonna do that voice squeak?
We have not come to him yet. The sad part is the audience has no idea why this is so funny to all of us.
Soon enough, it'll make sense. They just need to be patient.
I still hope he has all of those figurines from the boat.
You know what, Criana? Maybe I'll just get his original voice actor if we ever meet him.
Oh, I
Yeah.
hear they're quite popular.
I mean, they're all right.
Oh, you're gonna get Will Wheaton again.
Like we have these secret sessions with super famous people. We don't stream them though.
What? Felicia Day wants to be part of it? Well, we got to do that one in private. So you guys make your way out of Gumfrey and Sons. It's getting to be about 4 or 5 in the afternoon now. What would you guys like to do next? You have the paint. You also will say that you should be coming up on a time to come back to Steam and Steel to pick up your items.
I
Find
say
a
we just sit down somewhere and start painting it.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
sit somewhere where we're not in sight of Mundane Inn.
Sure.
What?
Where would you like to do that?
Can we just go back to the steel and
Steam and Steel?
Steam and Steel and just paint it in there? Like ask them like, hey, we just want a
We're
quiet
just waiting.
paint. Yeah.
We're just going to paint
yeah.
a book. Don't mind us.
Avi would welcome you guys back and say, "Oh, of course. Tell you what, why don't you go back there where Spirit is, and she'd probably love the company. And there's seats back there as well."
Perfect.
Neat. Wonderful. And they will do just that.
Okay, and you'll see Spirit is in the back room, and in the back room, it's just a heap of mechanical items and piles of scrap, and there's a workbench and all kinds of magnifying glasses and tools, and you see her hard at work bending over something.
Oh, they got more of those things. Picks up the magnifying glass.
Oh,
They're everywhere.
I I didn't see you there.
We have returned. Kai will
my
finally
gosh.
announce.
Oh, I can see that. She looks like she's breathing hard. She had no idea until Ori picked up a magnifying glass.
Oops.
Hi again.
Might we
Hello.
paint back here?
Oh, no, of course. My workshop is your workshop.
Thank you. Who
She
has a
nods.
steady hand here? And she'll look at the group.
Ori raises a hand.
Oh,
Are you
yes.
asking who has the highest sleight of hand, or
Well,
like
no,
what is this
she'll-
going to be a roll for?
Just whoever's really good at painting, and she'll snap her fingers and point at Orit and say, "Oh, yes, of course, you would be the best one to paint."
Well, Tyburn, I think that's your name.
Yes.
Can I have paint, please?
Oh, right. Yeah, here you go.
Thank you. And who had the fake journal?
Send to Saren.
A shoe would.
Sorry, I got really confused for a second. I was like, what is Mackenzie saying? Oh,
I'm like, make sure just for glass.
just for me.
A shoe would get out.
Bless
you.
I'm allergic to this paint. Kai will cover her mouth.
Yes,
A
but-
shoe will get out the third time the same book. Will someone get it before she takes it out a fourth time?
We'll find out.
Find out next never. He'll
Oh.
grab the journal, sit down somewhere, get a hair clip to clip part of his hair back so that it's not in his face, and start painting away.
I would like everyone to roll me a d20, please.
And then we were all poisoned and died.
Spirit got you. All right, Dolma. As Orit is painting and some time passes, you're all sitting there. You notice a small cat comes to the room, comes up to you, sits down in front of you, looks up at you, and says, "Interested in joining the Emerald Enclave? Please, you and your friends, come meet us at Faklon the southern part of town."
Does anyone else hear this cat? Because
Yes.
Dolma, oh my god, yeah, Dolma just is just watching it come up to her, and she's about to hold out her hand, just oh, it's a cat, and then it talks, and she's just frozen in place mid-motion,
I'm a
totally
talking cat.
expressionless, but it's just she's freeze-framed.
So is this cat just CGI human mouth?
No.
what's-
Nope. It opens its mouth, but words seem to come out magically. Anyone who would like, roll me an Arcana check.
I have a sneaky suspicion I already know what this is, but I'll do it.
Can I roll nature?
How?
Nope. Nope, you can't. Not for this.
Then Ty,
Oh!
Ooh.
Ty is just gonna get out of the ground and be
How do I
looking
not
into
know
this
this
cat's
basic
eyes.
ass spell? Alright, go ahead.
There is a spell called Animal Messenger. That
I have
you
this
can
spell,
focus-
Squeak!
Then you wouldn't have to roll, but if you would know. Basically, it's a spell where you can use an animal to deliver a specific message. And after it delivers the message, again, the message it says, it comes up to Dolma and it says directly to her, "Interested in joining the Emerald Enclave? Please, have you and your friends meet us at Falcon in the southern part of town." And then it licks its paw a couple of times and walks away.
Kai wants a pet cat.
It would get scritches.
Yay!
Kai would join in the scritching. Pat, 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 pat.
Yay!
But you all would hear it. It's a message that is audible
Oh.
to everyone. It just
But
went
it's
up
al-
to Dolma.
Yeah, it's also a cat, so Ty is now on the ground trying to pet cat.
So
Let's
that's
see.
it. Like you.
Well-
he looked up from painting because he heard noise that was unfamiliar. Thinks about it and then just continues painting.
Does Spirit make any notice of?
She doesn't even know she's deep in work on the workbench. She's
Kai,
working on Mr. Waddington.
Kai will attempt to pick up the cat.
Uh-oh.
Roll me a to hit check. This isn't to hit it, but to grab it.
To hit check.
Yeah, so just a d20 plus your dexterity plus your proficiency.
Oh my god.
Your proficiency is 2. Your dex is... Give me a second,
Do
I'll
the
tell you.
math for me. There's the d20.
So
god.
d20 plus 4. No, you do not.
Yeah.
It just like scatters away. So Ty, it was getting scratches. Now Ty tried to grab it and it just ran.
Without a beat, Kai will walk
Uh.
over to what is her name? Spirit, and say, "Do you have a cat?"
What? What? No. Oh, no. Emmerich. Cats don't mix with Emmerich.
Thank you. And Kai will walk back.
I will stop Arthur from catching it.
What are you doing? The cat runs. Arthur, you're running after it.
Absolutely.
In
Ty is
Elvish
gonna
Dole.
gra- Ty
Yeah.
is just gonna try and grab his shoulder.
Yeah, while in Elvish, Dolma's just like, just leave the cat alone. It's
It
done its message.
talked. It talked.
It's a spell. It wasn't the cat itself.
Also,
can
you
use
don't
that
control
cat.
cats.
See if
You
anyone's
can't be
allergic
sure.
to it.
You can't.
It's a very simple spell.
I don't know this spell.
You're not a spellcaster.
But it was a talking cat.
It.
It
Dolma
probably
just does like the Nathan Fillion gif, just like.
it will probably no longer say anything to us.
But how do you know?
Because
The
it's
message
gone.
is done.
Yes, because you
Because-
stopped me.
Because if I know anything about cats, it's not gonna want to talk to anyone else anymore.
That too.
Arthur's gonna just throw up his hands and pout.
Aw.
Oh.
Well, does anyone know what the Emerald
Emerald
Guild
Enclave?
is?
Uh,
Conclave? Okay. I almost said
I
Emerald
would-
Graves.
Yeah, I'd like you all to roll me a knowledge history check. If any of you have the book for Averton, or the Sunset Tower, the Alonsi Forest, anything for those, you can roll with advantage.
Ooh.
Oh wait, this is history.
I have the Alani's Forest.
Eh.
Yeah, then you can roll with advantage because you have time to thumb through the book.
Okay. So I'm sorry, what am I rolling with?
Knowledge history.
Knowledge history. Okay.
And Ashu, I know you can roll with advantage. Oh my god, Ashu!
Oh my god, a shoe! You and your
Jeez.
20s!
A shoe!
I eat the campaign.
Kai, Ashu, and Orit. Why Kai and Orit know more about Ardenfell than the rest of you?
Well, it's a thing where it's like you want to study where you're going, but you don't always study where you're from.
I was
Right.
gonna say, Kai's probably met a lot of people traveling from Ardenfell in her lifetime, so I'm sure she's heard some shit.
So you guys would know this: the Emerald Enclave is a faction of peoples. Many of them are druids, but not all of them, who seek to foster harmony between nature and civilization. You do know that there is a branch within Averton, though you didn't know enough to really know where they were situated. But typically, they tend to be good-natured folk who spend their time seeking a balance between society and nature. Ashu,
Hi.
because you rolled so goddamn well. You have actually heard of Falconmere. Falconmere is a manor, and the reason why you've heard about this is because of the manor's owner, which her name is Jareth Falcon. And the interesting thing about Jareth Falcon, not only is she a high-ranking member of the Emerald Enclave, she is a devotee of Miliki, which is the a goddess of nature and animals. She is such a devotee that she has actually become a demigod.
Oh.
So casual.
I imagine Holly would probably be a member of the Emerald Enclave if she knew about it.
I mean, as
So
long as they let her smoke drugs, I'm sure she's fine.
But I mean, now, Ashu, what that means exactly, you don't know. That is why you know of Falconmere, because it's a little famous in the sense that the patron that lives there has become such a strong devotee to, and I'm sure I'm mispronouncing this, the Miliki, that she is a demigod.
So this is like druid-esque nature, or is this like even deeper than druids, if that's possible?
Yeah, in this particular regard, yes. And you do know the Emerald Enclave has tons of members who aren't druids. It has lots of rangers as well, and even people of all kinds that simply care about the nature and world around them.
Okay.
So they don't like necromancers, huh?
I mean, most people don't like necromancers.
Because I feel like necromancers disbalance nature a little bit.
Yes, but their focus is less on that and more on, i.e., don't tear down my forests.
I mean, you can get skeletons.
I agree.
I know.
I'm pretty sure necromancers aren't exactly top of their list to invite to tea. But there's a lot of factions out there that would hate necromancers a lot more.
Cool.
I think I heard of like
God, don't.
ghost hunters or something. They probably hate necromancers. They're kind of like
I
ghosts.
feel like you're calling me out here.
I'm feeling attacked right now.
I'm
I
thinking
should
we'd have a good time.
stress for the viewers, when I may have said this in session 1, but when we were preparing for 5th edition, we had many one-shots that were based in the world of Ardenfell and are canon, but have
Not
many
straight canon.
many adventures that pertain to much of what we reference. I believe one day we'll get them up for you.
One day.
One day these NPCs will appear.
Yeah. And you'll understand Gumfrey and Sons and Ghost Hunters and all kinds of fun things.
Necromancers.
So, Orit, I would like you to roll me a performance check, please.
Okay.
Do you have a... I was gonna say...
honey.
I don't know. I was gonna say, because you have the paint, you can roll with advantage.
Oh,
You have
well,
basically the tools you need.
Do the thing.
So I'll just roll again, I guess.
Roll one more time, yeah.
Much better.
Yay!
Much better. You actually do a pretty decent job of getting the outside cover of the book to look you mix the shade perfectly. You're able to kind of look at Sky's journal and measure the black and white pigments to be a perfect shade of gray. And you paint it. And while the fake book is a little smoother because the paint fills in a lot of the natural creases to the leather, at first glance and at casual inspection, they look pretty close.
I mean, Ori could theoretically mix some black paint with some water to make it look more weathered if that's necessary.
With an 18, I bet you would, absolutely. So you get it good enough to pass casual inspection. As long as you're not handing it to someone and saying, "Look at this," you know what I mean? It could pass this off pretty well.
Check this shit out.
and then burns it right in his hands.
That'll teach him.
And as you finish that, you hear there's been a steady, constant pounding of a hammer this entire time, of course, almost rhythmic. But you're finishing up and you're admiring your work, and you hear it getting louder and louder. And you hear from the inside of the shop behind the counter, Emmerich, dear, calm. And you see Emmerich leave and go outside.
You see Emmerich leave?
I'm sorry, Avi.
Okay.
Dolma will go over to Avi and say, "Is there something wrong?"
You'd have to follow him outside.
Avi's the one that left? What?
Yeah, Avi's the one that went outside to where Emmerich is.
Okay. She'll go out and I guess peek, see if they're having like a more private conversation. If so, she'll just go back inside, but
no, what you see is a group of not very clean individuals, including a bugbear, standing in the road, and a gentleman with a large hoop earring standing with his arms crossed in front of Emmerich. Emmerich is still pounding away at a weapon. Not any of yours, seems to be another weapon, but flames are just rising off of him. And when the hammer beats down, you can tell it's actually denting the weapon he's working on. And he says...
Kai frowns.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say Kai frowns at this, looking for where her mask might be.
And he says in a very calm voice, I already told you, there's nothing here for you. Bam! And Avery comes up. Emmerich, you need to calm down. And Emmerich looks at Avery, looks at them. Was there anything else? And the guy with his arms crossed said, we'll keep coming back. You'll learn sooner or later. Everyone does. And he just nods his head, and he, the bugbear, and the other guy just walk off down the road.
Dolma, at this point, just kind of leaning against the door frame, goes, I would ask if they were friends of yours, but by the bend of that sword you have there, I'm guessing not.
Thugs from Xanathar's guild. They like to come around and test if they can get protection money out of us.
Sure keep hearing that name, huh?
Avery goes, Xanathar? Well, you should. He's very powerful in the seedier parts of this town. But it's fine. We have it under control. It's not exactly easy to shake money out of two Ganassi.
Still, not everyone is as lucky.
And when you say that, Emmerich punctuates it with like another hammer ring that just bends the sword in half. And then the flames kind of calm down, and he goes, your items are ready. And he points to a table where they're all very lovingly laid out, very neatly. Kai, your mask has a beautiful inlet in it that is basically, it looks like the housing, almost like what you'd see in a diamond ring without the diamond on it.
Ooh.
It's got like a little almond shape has been carved into it, and on each side of it is a little metal clasp that can hold materia. So it's right in the center of where your forehead would be.
Perfect. Kai will happily put the mask back on.
Shu, you see a small leather strap with holes punched in it and a little buckle on it. And in the very middle, there's like an oval of leather, and in the center of it, another one of those divots to hold the materia. and it looks like something that you would wrap around cards and use the buckle to tighten it.
Ashu admires the craftsmanship and makes sure that it fits around a deck of cards.
It fits perfectly for the common deck of cards. And it has the little holes in it to adjust in case you add or remove or get a different deck that might have more cards in it.
Okay.
Orit, your crystal has in the very center of the face of it, again, a little almond enclave in it, and metal divots to hold the materia in place. It's very simple, but also, given that it's a crystal, you see absolutely no cracks in it of any kind.
Ah, lovely.
Dulma,
Yeah.
you see your leather bracelet. Looks a lot like a shoe's, actually. It seems completely untouched, except that there's been little engravings around the edges of it, like very. I'm drawing on my hand, like you can see this. Very detailed swirls are worked into the leather now, and in the center of it is a housing for materia.
Okay. Is it like particularly deep housing or just
No, it doesn't actually dig into the leather at all. It actually sits on top of it.
Okay, perfect. Yep.
You do see, like if you flip it over, you do see leather work has been kind of sewn to it. So there are tiny little punctures for the little tiny leather straps to hold it in place, but that's it.
Okay, gotcha.
Arthur, your amulet, and Avery will say as you look at it, he goes, "This one was interesting." And you look at the amulet, and the eye hole of the dragon seems to have been widened and extended a little bit, and the housing for the materia actually fits into what would be the eye socket of the dragon.
That's rad. Arthur likes that quite a bit.
And Tyburn, I have to ask real quick, what kind of handle does your shovel have? Is it what we typically think of as a handle? The kind of Y shape with the grip on the end?
I was just thinking like a wooden rod.
Oh, so it's just like a spade type of handle.
Yeah, it's just like it's definitely like a body length shovel, but
you find that the end of the wooden rod that's been rounded, a small oval has been cut into it to where it looks like a materia would fit to finish off the round. So it's kind of flush, and it makes it look like the top of your shovel is just jewel encrusted.
oh, that's cool. Because then even if it runs out, it still looks neat.
Right. It's not just a hunk of jewel hanging on the faceplate of a shovel.
So, don't insult her baby.
I'm saying they did a really good job. They didn't do that. So,
Oh, okay.
like they could have just shoved it like right in the back of the shovel, and that'd be weird. No, it seems like it fits very flush. It's very nice work.
She looks very giddy.
You all see on all of your items, though, something to note. When you look very closely, and if you house a materia, if any of you actually purchase materia and house it in it, when you set the materia in it, it kind of clasps around it. And Avi will actually show you how to seat and remove materia. You have to press certain divots certain ways to release it and to put it back in. And it takes some time. It's not the easiest thing to do, i.e. it takes a short rest, right? But when it clasps and it kind of catches the materia, you see little magical lines caress through the item all the way from one end to the other, and depending on the color of the materia is the color of the lines, and it flashes like that for about 3 seconds and then goes dim. And you're told that if you activate the materia, they'll appear for the duration of the materia's activeness. They don't glow, they don't produce light, they just are a color. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, you have your items. It's about 6 in the afternoon now. You see the sun starting to dip towards the other horizon. And Avi says, well, in any case, thank you again for taking Spirit and spending time with her. She doesn't have many friends here, unfortunately, but we thank you again, and I hope that this is, well, I hope that you like your items. We'll be closing up now, so feel free to stop by tomorrow or anytime, really, if you need anything else.
Of course, you've already proved you do wonderful work.
Well, thank you. And, well, welcome to Averton, I guess. For however long you stay.
I just imagine this is the moment where, like, in a video game, the cutscene just kind of, the camera just draws out and then the title appears.
Yeah. Ardenfell,
For some
Oh.
reason, it is a 6 or 8 hour long like intro.
It's a Zelda game. Kai will bow her head and give thanks to the fella.
I would like everyone to roll me a d20, please.
You trip and die.
Oh, honey, Kai.
Right after the intro.
A shoe.
A shoe!
What are you doing? What
Help me.
Someone help me!
Absurd! Holy shit, Piff!
A shoe.
Yes.
As you guys are getting your items and making your way out, you hear a voice inside your head. I am Vajir Safar, the Blackstaff. Please, come to Blackstaff Tower in the castle, or the Castle Ward area, at once. Bring your friends. I have much to discuss with you.
This is like we installed a bunch of mods in Skyrim and we like go to the main town and they're all like all the NPCs are chasing us down to let us get the quest line.
It's almost like a very prominent figure of the town just openly outed all of you in front of everyone.
Do I also
Oh,
get
is
like
that
the
what we're
alpha
getting at?
signal
God
on my
damn
radio,
it.
or?
Celine warned that something like this might happen because
Yeah.
Kip just walked straight up to everyone.
We should have installed a mod so that way it would have activated at a different
Skip
level.
intro mod.
Yeah.
Also,
Is there
I
materia
really
for
liked
this?
I really liked your joke, Piff. I don't want it to go unnoticed.
Thank you.
You get a radio signal for Pittsburgh.
Thank you. I will definitely relay this message that I got. Head message. Also, am I do I understand the intent of this message? She seemed like that this was more urgent than not, but I wanted to make sure.
It does not have... So sending's an interesting spell. You know who it is because she's told you. You haven't met her, you're not familiar with her, so if someone you have met or are familiar with before, you instantly know who it is. This person had to introduce themselves. Obviously, you've never met them. The sense that you get, and you can reply up to 24 words, the sense that you get is not like this is life or death. You know what I mean? This is urgent, but urgent meaning at your earliest convenience urgent, not in 3 weeks urgent.
Right.
Like, this wasn't a, oh God, please come, you know?
I am
quite like
bleeding out.
This
For the
is an
love of
Obi-Wan
God.
come help me, press a button to end message. Get to that eventually.
Also, a shoe. With advantage, please roll a knowledge history check.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Why are you making me roll more, Squee?
Because I need to know if you know who this is.
I
Yep.
have a good idea.
Vajir Safar is what is known as the Blackstaff. She lives at the Mage Academy near the palace, and she is in charge of Force Grey. Now, Force Grey, are a guild or faction who are not the city guard, but work closely with the city guard under the authority of Lady Celine, as think like the SWAT team, I guess is what you say. They're a responding force. They don't patrol the streets, they don't handle normal stuff, but if there are issues or dangers, Force Grey is called. And the most elite of Force Grey can actually become members of the Grey Hands, which are like very powerful elite guard. And they are all controlled or under the authority, thank you, of the Blackstaff, which is a title.
Okay. I sure will relay the message and a little info on what the
Blackstaff.
No, it's not the Grey Wardens.
No, not Force Grey. Force Grey.
I know. I just wanted to make it even more Dragon Age.
I appreciate it. As I have the Grey Warden symbol as my phone case. So Ty's gonna react like, so now we have guards telling us to come visit. Not even any guards. The elite guards to come get us. After these Emerald Guild summoned us with a cat, which we never really talked about, by the way. We kind of just let that one happen.
It was an unusual situation.
I'm sorry?
Yes. Kai will nod, looking over at a shoe.
Which I'm not quite sure if that actually is completely reflective of how we feel about that, but I'm not quite sure if... I mean, we should probably still visit them eventually, but maybe not our first stop.
The green guys or the gray guys?
The green guys.
Okay. Wait, were they actually... Yeah, it was black. Okay. I started thinking about Grey Wardens.
It's not the Grey Wardens.
It's not the Grey Wardens. I was just
not
looking
the
at
Grey
Wardens
It's
on my
not
screen.
the Grey Wardens.
I just knew there was a color, and I'm like, I said black. I'm like, wait, no, it's gray, because I'm looking at the word gray right now on my screen.
What time is it?
It's about
Is that
6 at night. Yeah.
When's the last time the group ate?
Well,
It's been since this morning.
Yeah.
Kai ate that apple, so Kai's good.
Dolma's gonna eat her apple.
It's poisoned.
Ah, shit.
All right.
no!
So, which one did I give you again? Pink,
It's
right?
pink.
All right. It's the same apple pie a la mode ones. You are
Fancy.
also. It's very sweet, very nice. You are also not hungry anymore.
That's usually the point of food, but yes, I get it.
Well, one
Yeah, I know.
apple
I'm
is
just
not
fucking with
enough to. Yeah, shut up then.
Dude, shit, guys, I don't think we're gonna be making it to the end of this campaign. There's so much infighting.
Oh
Guys,
god! So much tension.
There's There's so much tension, so much infighting. There's like 5 or 6 fucking plot threads. Jesus Christ.
All of us are like way too sassy.
The shoe is taking all of our 20s.
All of the 20s. What the fuck, Tiff?
you should have seen the thing before all of this.
I saw the screenshot.
Oh, man.
I saw the screenshot.
It was a thing, let me tell you.
Oh
like
my god.
9 20s in a row.
Ashu is our it's not Ashu. No, I'm gonna go with this. Ashu is our bodyguard as a party. Is our bodyguard and our caretaker.
Wow.
Protect
Yes.
us, Ashu. What?
Wow.
Huh?
Okay. I'm actually kind of insulted, but okay.
Damn.
The shoe is our aunt.
Yeah.
By
We are
the
all
way,
children.
when you eat that apple, you don't find any seeds in there.
Is there
It's
still a
actually kind of
core?
nice. Sorta. It's
Okay.
softer than usual. And edible.
Just checking. Ooh.
You can eat the entire thing.
What? Technically, you can eat the core of an apple too. It's just the little seed bits that are.
You'll get apples growing in your tummy. Everyone knows that. You're not supposed
That's
to do that.
not
Yeah.
how.
You could die.
Okay.
I know science.
I mean,
That
you
is
can
what-
die.
That is what we were taught up north. Don't eat the entire apple.
Anyway, perhaps
Arsenic.
we should go get something to eat. Kai interrupts whatever is going
Sure.
on.
That is a great idea.
Where would you like to go get something to eat? There's the market where you can buy actual food. There's a tavern nearby. There's other taverns down in the docks, and there's other higher end establishments across the river.
Is there like
We're going
you
to
know
a
like an
palace.
open?
Huh?
Is there an open air market kind of food court thing? Like, do you know what I'm talking about?
The marketplace, kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, they have like places that sell food, like open stalls and stuff.
Yeah.
Wait,
But guys, we have a perfectly good inn.
yeah, we have a perfectly good inn, and we did the dyeing and the ink and
Yeah,
stuff.
we gotta do our joke.
Let's resolve at least one plot thread.
We can
I think we
hide.
should do that one next session, just because it's starting to get late and we're all getting pretty loopy, and we probably shouldn't be super loopy for that.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Fine.
That's kind of why I've been postponing it as much as possible, because I'm like, we should do it when we're a little less loopy.
I mean, is that a thing?
We can try.
I mean, we could throw all our
Somebody
eggs in one
lucid.
basket and just go for it.
Tell you what, how about we end the session with that, and we can make it a nice little end cap, and we'll leave the session because I would like to at least get through part of that. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's just like it's also starting to get 9 o'clock Pacific time.
Sure, absolutely. So, you guys can go to the market, and food there's very cheap. I mean, you can get skewers for like 5 copper. It's not much at all.
Are we? We're not going to the inn. We're going to the market.
Well, no. See, that's what I'm trying to figure out because you guys said maybe we shouldn't do that yet. So
I thought you
I
said
meant
you
you
wanted
go
to-
to the inn.
yes, in the session.
But-
We generally, so are you guys wanting
Okay,
to wrap up? Because
listen.
normally we have over
I
half
think
an hour.
yeah, I thought we were just wrapping up.
I did not know
That's
that.
what you meant.
No, I thought that's what you were saying, Squee. I'm just trying to listen.
Sure, okay. No, that's fine.
This is
Perfectly
where
fine.
we're at.
I understand now that I know. So, you guys make your way towards the inn, the mundane inn, with the book in hand. Well, I don't know if it's in hand. I don't know where you would have it exactly.
Yeah, who's actually going to have the journal? That's an important thing, because whoever has the journal is going to have to do the whole acting.
The-
Dolma would prefer to have the real journal with her.
yeah,
Well, not that journal. the
I
fake
know, but
journal.
like, yeah, I was gonna say the real journal needs to be really hidden away, just to be
Okay.
sure. But it makes the most.
a shoe has the real journal.
But it makes the most sense from the innkeeper's point of view for either Doma or Tyburn to have it, because he's the
Mhm.
last. He's the one. We're the characters he thinks has the journal.
Yeah.
All right,
So it should either be Ty or Doma that has it.
The
As much
fake
as I'm
one?
saying there. Yeah,
that makes
the
sense.
fake one
yeah,
as well.
because you guys
Okay.
had it first. So you guys, do you put it in your backpack or whatnot?
Yeah, Dolma will actually, you know what? Tyburn keep the real one, Dolma will have the fake one for right now.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Ty will put it like the very bottom of her bag, so it's like as hidden as it can be.
Mhm.
So you guys approach the mundane inn, and as you get close, you see there is what looks like lamplight or candlelight inside. But as you approach it, you also hear noises. It sounds like the breaking of furniture, heavy growling, and voices.
So about those enforcers we saw 10 seconds ago.
Uh-huh. do we recognize, like, the voices, what language they're speaking, anything?
Roll me a perception check.
Everyone?
Everyone. Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody.
Yeah!
I rolled
What the
nature
fuck is with all
One
these
sec.
20s, man?
Squee, that'd be a 15 for me.
Gotcha. I'm sorry, Piff, you were saying?
No, I was gonna say I have a pretty poor roll. I'll just help somebody.
Sure.
Arthur, you get help. Roll again.
Alright,
Roll one more time, Arthur.
Let's see if I fucking.
There you go.
As you approach, what you hear sounds like deep growling, like some sort of animal. And you hear inside a high-pitched voice. Let me go, dog of evil!
What?
Is this guy a werebear? What the fuck?
That's what you hear.
Werewolves, werewolves,
Dolma is going to start running.
Okay. Give me a
Kai,
second here.
Kai will skip after.
Yeah, where Dolma goes, Ty's going, so bye.
How far away are we?
Going.
Oh, you're like 15 feet away.
Okay, I would like to try and jump through the nearest window.
Oh my god.
Got you. So here's what I'm gonna do.
Fucking power
Give me a
move.
second. Give me a second. I'm gonna put all your tokens kind of out front, and then I'll let you guys kind of
Let's hope
decide.
they load.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Are we
Otherwise,
doing
I
this
might
fight
not
tonight?
be able to.
Nope, we're not.
Okay,
I
good.
promise. I just want to lay out a scene for you all. Give me a second. I'll share this map with you guys in just a moment.
Also, if I suddenly disappear, that means my power went out. There's just a nasty storm outside right now.
Oh,
You got
that's
past us.
fantastic.
Are you even? You're probably not in the same direction as the storm that happened to me like way earlier today.
I don't know, like, apparently storms have been going all over the place.
Yeah, I think it depends on
Whoa.
stitches.
So, this is the outside front of the Mundane Inn.
Alright.
Arthur, you do see several windows and things of that nature. You guys should be able to control your tokens.
I'm waiting for the map to load.
Yeah, map is
This-
not loading.
I'm
for
assuming
me.
it's supposed to be gray like that, though.
Can we?
It
Is
says
there? Are
loading
we allowed to
online.
organize ourselves?
Yes, you're allowed to organize yourselves.
I'm not going to be in the front.
Yeah. No, I was just pasting your people there. The maps aren't too big. They should be loading just fine.
Yeah, mine just says loading. But I
Yeah.
can see my icon.
You're
The
all right.
map.
That's fine. I can, if it doesn't load, I can explain things well enough.
Okay.
So Arthur, you're gonna jump in through a window. The rest of you, are you like falling in through the doors?
Hey, Dolma, where are you going?
She's going in through the front door, like a normal fucking person.
Then I guess Ty is following her through the door.
Yeah.
I'm-
Just such disappointment.
Here's
Kai would go
here's
through the
what I
door.
see. I can't even move things so that I don't have the arrows, so I can't move where people are on the map.
Right. No. So something's really wrong with your fantasy grounds. We'll have to work
Yeah,
on
me
it. We'll
and
have to
Criana.
dedicate a time to fix this. Yeah.
Yeah, we will.
Kinsey, that is what you're supposed to be seeing.
Yeah, no,
So you're-
I was posting that for the other people.
But you know what? I will just describe this for the rest of you who don't see it, and we'll get this fixed for next week. You guys rush in through the door, and what you see, and keep in mind these tokens are just representative. You see two very large, dark, what looks like wolves or maybe hounds that seem to have fiery red eyes and fire billowing from their throats. You see Darian. You see the furniture around is completely busted and broken. Darian is in the corner, collapsed and covered in blood. And between Darian and one of the hellhounds, currently in the jaws of the hellhound, being flung around like a rag doll, is a small individual wearing what looks like a mask, maybe cut out of a t-shirt covering his face. Maybe it's a he. Hard to tell. He's flinging around back and forth. and at the same time trying to say, "Put me down."
What?
Oh
I am
boy.
stunned.
Holy shit. Okay,
Check out my Pokedex and try to figure out what kind of Pokemon that is.
As Arthur, as you bust in and as you land, the dogs turn towards you, and the one that has the maybe a child or a halfling or a gnome or some small creature flings it one more time to the side, and the figure crashes under the table, and they start glaring at you guys. And we're going to stop there for this the week.
Ooh,
Oh, so it's the front
cliffhanger.
Oh, that is the front door.
Okay, that's the front door.
I'm in
thought-
a void.
I saw that open. I thought it was like a double door opening.
Yeah, there are technically 2 doors that you can go
Oh.
through.
Oh, great. Hi, doggies. Pet. Oh, I've eaten them. I can't uneat them, Squee.
Gosh darn it, tieflings.
Rolls a
There
nat
we go.
20.
Oh, God.
So we'll stop the session there. I swear, by next week, guys, we'll figure out what's going on with poor Criana and Burn so that you guys have better visuals.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Yep.
Do not understood.
We'll figure it out. But yeah, so next week, maybe your first combat? I don't know.
Chun chun.
Maybe you'll talk your way out. Who can say?
Ducky!
Who's a good
Oh, animal handling.
But yeah, to note, Darian, as far as you can see, unconscious, dead, don't know, collapsed on the floor, covered in blood.
God damn it, they beat me to it.
Throws the book on the ground.
Shit.
Everyone just walks away.
We had an elaborate plan, and then these dogs had to go and ruin it.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't know what our plan was. Just show them the fake book, burn it. Step 2.
We
What's
were
step
gonna
2?
have like a giant conversation, like dramatic conversation about how this book is way too dangerous, and then throw in the fire to see his reaction to try and get a gauge of like how in he was with this whole Norris stuff.
Yeah,
So
just
it was
basically.
okay. It was
if we can trust him.
There isn't entirely a plan. It's more of a observance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
Let's fucking
Not
see
that
what
that
happens.
plan's out of the window just yet.
I feel
No,
We're gonna look like
it's in-
assholes if he's like laying there dying and we throw the book in the fire.
Yeah. Check this out, dying person.
What do you think of that?
Set it on fire. He's just like, I'm dying. Just coughs up blood
Well,
disdainfully.
obviously you're not dying enough if you notice. How very suspicious.
All right, everyone, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming. Join us next Thursday as our party confronts these cute little fire puppers.
With you.
And perhaps uncovers one more scenario in this mysterious plot. I don't know. Maybe it's random. Maybe it's just happened to come across these 2 little things.
Squee, you said there was no random encounters.
Shoot, you're on to me. All right, everyone.
Anyways,
take care.
bye.
Have a good
Bye.
week. Bye-bye.